Our next category is parks. Did you know that London is the world's first national park city? Besides 8.9 million people, it's also home to 8.3 million trees and 14,000 different species of wildlife. Hyde Park is London's most famous green space. Don't miss Speaker's Corner, the beautiful Rose Garden in the summer, and Serpentine Lake. You can even go swimming in there, but the annual membership costs £20. Right next to Hyde Park, you will find Kensington Gardens, the setting of one of Jane Barrie's Peter Pan books, and home to the famous Albert Memorial. Richmond Park is very different to these two. It's a national nature reserve far from the busy city centre, and it's full of deer. And then there's Horniman Gardens. They're not widely known, even within London, but I think they're well worth a visit. You get great views of the London skyline, and there are alpacas. They also have 16 acres of gardens, a library, and a museum, but mostly, alpacas. If you're interested in learning more about London and my life here, I have been in the UK on and off for 10 years now, and I share loads of that content on my channel, so don't forget to, Our next category is markets. Food, furniture, flowers, the whole shebang. Portobello Road Market is one of my favorites, located in the colourful neighbourhood of Notting Hill, where you'll also find the annual Notting Hill Carnival put on by the local Caribbean community. But if you're hungry, I'd recommend the nearby Ackland Food Market, where you can get some really great international grub. My favourite are the arepas. Borough Market is probably the most famous food market in the capital. It's very central, just a short walkway from London Bridge and the Shard. There's been a market in this spot since at least the 12th century, making it one of London's oldest as well as biggest. But it doesn't have to be all about food. Columbia Road Flower Market is a great spot for fresh flowers, succulents, and just a bit of photography. It's only open on Sundays, so bear that in mind, and get there as early as possible to avoid the crowds. If, like me, you love Harry Potter, Leadenhall Market might seem a little familiar. It was used as a filming location in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Look at it! The new Nimbus 2000!
Camden Market has a little bit of everything: art, music, vintage fashion, and of course, some great food. I have a bit of a soft spot for it because I used to live nearby, and it's right on Regent's Canal, and in my opinion, you just can't beat being right next to the water. While you're there, check out a shop called Cyberdog. I don't want to give anything away, I'll just tell you now that it's pretty crazy. And finally, there is Brick Lane. The best day to visit is Sunday, when the whole street turns into an open-air market. But Brick Lane is well worth visiting any day of the week. It's the centre of East London's Bangladeshi community, so you'll find loads of curry houses and sweet shops. Even the street names are written in Bengali, and some people refer to the area as Bangla Town. Next up, we've got street art. Just 2 entries here, but both are well worth your time. The first is Shoreditch, a trendy neighbourhood full of beautiful murals, and it's right next to Brick Lane, so no excuse for not visiting. And second, we've got the Leek Street Arches in Waterloo. It's basically a 300-metre graffiti-covered tunnel and the city's largest legal wall. The art is constantly changing, so it's a place you can keep visiting over and over without ever getting bored. So that was street art.